All right, welcome to episode 185. So, I've got a big demonstration on gas loss today, and as a result, I got a lot of prep I need to set up, and so whatever shenanigans I normally do in the morning, that's what I'm going to be doing today, is setting up for this demonstration. So, there you go, here we go, and off we go. So today has been a busy day. Although in my plan period, I pretty much had to use it for planning. So just now, returning to the episode. It is, after school. I gotta go to the cleaners and get some stuff, and then there is a volleyball match tonight. I'm gonna come back and shoot the volleyball match. Do a photography session. It is senior night for the volleyball team. So that's kind of what's ahead as we proceed with this episode. I still want to talk about sequencing for success, and I'm probably going to try to do that after I do this, before I do that, and before I get back to the volleyball match. So there is a way of being successful that is enhanced by the way you plan and get things done. So that's the meaningful moment in the midst the busyness of getting all these things done. So, all right, I gotta drive. All right. I think I start every segment of every video with all right or so. So, all right. Anyway, I got my dry cleaning stuff. Now I'm going back to the house to put it away, and then there's got to be some dinner in here somewhere, and then volleyball. And somewhere I want to actually talk about sequencing. So, I guess as a teaser to the concept, if you think about cooking a meal, there is a optimal sequence of things that you do to cook a meal. Since we're, talking about food and dinner, the optimal sequence results in the food being done nearly the same time. So I'm gonna use a grilled chicken dinner with baked potato and canned green beans as my example. Wow, there's a lot of cars. I'll be here for a while. I can probably tell the whole story, but I'm gonna focus on my driving. So that's the thing. How do you sequence everything to optimize for success? More cars coming. So by now you've probably figured out what I'm gonna say about this being successful and how you sequence things. There are two kinds of projects. There's a project where you do A, and then you do B, and then you do C, and then you do D, and they all, like, you can't do C until B is done. The other kind of project is, at the final point, you're gonna put the chicken, the potatoes, the dinner rolls, and the green beans on the table. And those kind of projects is where the difference between pulling it off successfully and efficiently and otherwise is a lot of it is in sequencing. If you're an expert, grill master, you probably already know this. And if you're not an expert grill master, you probably just write this down, because this is how it works. Chicken is the slowest thing. You start with the chicken. While the chicken is doing that first side cooking, you prep the baked potatoes. Some point you turn the chicken and you start the baked potatoes, because I'm microwaving my baked potatoes. I don't know about you. Then the last thing you do is put the green beans on the stove, because you just have to pour them in the pot and fire it up. The chicken is the slowest process. Once you put it on the grill though, you can do other things. Now, there are lots of projects where you start something, you kick off a routine, you kick off a batch job, you start exporting your video file. While you're exporting the video file, you can do a lot of other things. At least I can. I've got a lot of time when I'm exporting my video files because I'm using a old computer. While the video is uploading, you can do some more things. So I might start the export before I write my card out for what I'm going to put in the description. If you're finishing furniture, you know, you might want to stain that piece, and then while it's drying, do some other things. And that piece is going to dry by itself without your intervention. A lot of projects are like that. A lot of projects have this piece where you start it and then you wait for it to finish. Maybe it's like you call the guy in on the supply line and order the raw materials. While the raw materials are coming for the whole project, you set up the prototype and you get everything done. And that time that you're waiting on the raw materials to arrive is not wasted time. It's time that coincides with other productive parts. So that's the big secret. That's the big secret. What's not a big secret is I pulled off on the side of the road in my favorite vacant lot. I'm on my way back to do the volleyball match. So let's go do that. I'm gonna need to apologize for this before I say it. That's how bad this is. I need to apologize first. I was coming in the building, and there's a bunch of kids standing outside the door. Some of them I knew, some of them I don't know. I said, "What are you guys doing here?" One of the kids looks at me and says, "We just got out of improv club." I nodded. I said, "I think you're just making that up." See, I told you. She thought it was funny. The guy that was with her, he was like, "No, we're not making it up. We really were at an improv club." I'm sorry. It just came out. I had to share that. I feel better. I'm ready to go set up and shoot some volleyball now. I got that off my chest. That's all. So at this time, I'm uploading, copying files, changing lenses, and yeah, but lens cap. So volleyball, and again, I'm really sorry about the improv story. That was bad, and I'll be the first to admit it. All right, hit the table, make the camera shake. I think we're done with this segment. I'm gonna get out the door, get to the volleyball match, and yeah, JV starts in 10, few minutes. So earlier, I was loading my videos to the hard drive, trying to get everything ready to maybe start editing before I shot the final clip. And one of my main clips, or my early morning clip where I was kind of explaining and foreshadowing the video, no audio. I don't know. I don't know if the mic wasn't plugged in. I don't know if the mic wasn't turned on. I don't know what happened. No audio. And then somewhere through the course of the day, for a couple of the clips, you've already seen them. When I was at the roadside, when I was standing on the side of the road talking, Somehow I set my camera back to 1990. I shot them in like a square format, 720. You know, not even the right format ratio, not 1080p. Some kind of crazy. I don't even know it was a part of. I didn't even know the camera had that mode on it. I must have somehow fat fingered the menu. This is what happens when you're just assuming that you got something right. My vision, my close-up vision, you know, I'm more and more, I'm wearing the readers to do the things on the computer, and I didn't have any, and I was looking at the screen menu, and I saw, you know, 23 frames per second. I was like, oh, I must be good, but I don't know. I have no idea how I managed to pull that off. So anyway, this video is shabbled. Is that even a word? That's a good example of how this video has worked out. So anyway, but the stuff I said about sequencing, is still true. It's just, you know, shot in the wrong format. And the content, I guess is generally, you know, pretty good stuff. But wow, how many mistakes can you make on one video? So that is all I've got really to say. I hope you enjoyed the video, despite maybe my forthcoming honesty is somehow I'll get like the sympathy like or something like that. Think about what you're trying to accomplish. Figure out what can you do simultaneously and get it done the most efficient way you can. This brings this episode to a close. Please like, subscribe, comment, share, sign up for notifications. Leave me a comment, question, thought, suggestion. That's plenty for this video. See you in the next one.